Yo. Well, it's a new year. Another year of gaming, if you will. And since last week I talked about Nintendo's online Switch SNES streaming thing, I thought about it is probably not inevitable that down the road the future of gaming will be streaming or cloud gaming, if you will. My allergies are going nuts again. um, where basically it'll be like we no longer physically or digitally buy games. We'll just stream them, or basically rent them digitally is another way of putting it, I guess. So I thought I'd just give my thoughts on it. It's not something I'm too crazy about. Even people who say that don't like the idea say that it is the inevitable future. But it's one of those things that there really are ups and downs. I honestly think that streaming should strictly be for TV shows and movies. That's it. Music is another one I'm not too crazy about. To be perfectly honest, I still use an iPod. I know other people that do too. Hell, my brother-in-law was looking for one, for example. But and some people still like buying physical stuff, like CDs or, hell, vinyl records made a comeback. Who the hell would have thought that vinyl records would return? It's funny, in Wayne's World 2, which I think that came out in 93, there's a reference where she says, Wayne's girlfriend, Cassandra, says, I can't believe nobody buys vinyl records anymore. Who would have thought that, 20 plus years later they'd come back? Well, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Streaming, I don't like the idea of, basically, digitally renting games. I'd rather, whether it's physical or digital, I'd rather still own them in some form. But I might adapt to it as time goes on. Because, to be honest, years ago, I was, strictly physical media. I was nope, screw digital media, only physical. But it's as I've gotten older, I've become more accustomed to that. Okay, yeah, I still prefer physical, but digital, I don't mind it really. I mean, there's really pros and cons to both of them, which I'm not going to go into details on all that. Sorry, like I said, my allergies are going nuts. What was I? But streaming is a whole other thing. It's another one where there are pros and cons, because it's like I said, some people still like to own their games in some shape or form, but I actually mentioned this in my Nintendo Switch Online video I did a while back, where the whole NES or SNES streaming service thing, where basically the thing that is with that is that, how can I put this? Because you're basically renting these games, it's think back to Blockbuster, where you would rent a game that sucked, it ruined your whole weekend, but at the same time, it was kind of a good thing that it's well, at least I only rented it for a few bucks, opposed to buying it for 50 or 60 or whatever the case may be, and now I'm stuck with it. When I if I sell it, whether it's on eBay or whatever, I'm not gonna necessarily get all my money back, but so it's it could be kind of the same thing with streaming. If when you sign up for a service and you play some new game and it's this sucks, but hey, at least I didn't buy it. But again, still, some of us still like to own games. I know I do, but like I said, I might become more accustomed to it over time. Because what was I going with this? Some people, it's different for everyone. Some people can adapt, some people can't. Some people are just so set in their ways that they don't want to change, and that's perfectly fine. A good example is that my local supermarket, there's this free app that you can get, where basically when you sign up, you go on this website and you click on items, and then when you go to the store, you pick out these items, then you punch the number in of your number, the app number or whatever, and you get that item for free, or you can get money off of the item or something. It's basically the same idea as clipping coupons from the newspaper except that it's digital, and it's like some people are like, nah, I don't want to do that. I'd rather keep clipping coupons on a newspaper that I've been doing for the past 30 plus years or whatever. But you get my point. Like, what I'm saying is that it's like not everyone like wants to change what they've been doing for years, and that's fine. That's no need to. You don't always have to change your ways, or when it comes to things like that. But the thing is, what like I said, I might become accustomed to streaming games over time. I don't know, but the thing is, what really concerns me is that how will it work with third-party companies? Like, let me put it this way. Like, let's say, focus on like the three main first-party developers and console manufacturers. Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft. Let's say they each have one, so that's like three. Where it's like, well, let's use the PlayStation for example. Say, we'll jump ahead a number of years where the PS, 6, 7 will have no physical games, or you don't buy the games physically or digitally. You just sign up for their service, and you stream or rent, however you want to put it. You stream all their games, like their first party titles, on the system. But will that include third party titles? See, that's the thing I'm wondering about. Like, you'll have like Xbox Live, PSN, and Nintendo whatever online, where you play all their first-party titles when you sign up for the service, but what about, will the third-party titles, be part of those services as well, or will they start their own? Will it be like, like if you have PSN, like I said, the PS6 or 7, you have their service, and you have access to all their first-party titles, but then will it be like, is it going to be like you have access to the third-party titles as well, or will it be like, oh, you want to play the new Mega Man, Resident Evil, or Street Fighter? You got to sign up for Capcom streaming service. You want to play the new Wolfenstein, the new Wolfenstein, Doom, or what the hell, Fallout. You got to sign up for Bethesda's streaming service. You want to play the new Rayman, Rabbids, Assassin's Creed. You got to sign up for Ubisoft's streaming service. You want to play the new Crash Bandicoot or Call of Duty. You got to sign up for the new, what the hell do you call it? Activision streaming service. You see what I'm saying? Like, and hopefully I'm wrong and that doesn't happen. Like third-party developers will be on board with all the other, like, Nintendo, Microsoft, and their streaming services. Like, but I don't want to see that happen. That it's like, I don't want to put it simply, like, I don't want to have to sign up for like 15 different services to play video games. Like if it's just like a couple, like if it's just if I just have like the three systems, or like 2 out of 3, and I have to sign up for like one for each of them, that's fine. But I don't want to have to sign up one for all the different third-party developers. And like I said, hopefully I'm wrong and that doesn't happen. But like I said, that's just my thoughts on streaming, like in the future of gaming and stuff. Who knows? Like, if that does if I'm completely like, nope, like I'm not doing that. I'm not streaming games. Like if I refuse to do it, it's like, I'm still a big fan of replayability. I still have a huge back catalog of old games I can play. So like, okay, I can go back and play those. But but like I said, that's just how I feel about the future. If that is the inevitable future of gaming, that we no longer buy or digitally buy games physically or digitally, we just stream them. So that's just my thoughts on it. What do you all folks think about streaming games? Like, if that is the inevitable future, will you? Is that the day you'll like put down a controller or whatever, or will you like try to adapt to it? Let me know in the comment section below. I'll see you next week, and as always, thanks for watching.